Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. I'm John Kapora, managing editor of magic.tcgplayer.com, and these are the best-selling cards since Monday, so kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. With the rise of red decks, it only makes sense that the ultimate anti-red sideboard card, that's also red itself, would enjoy a jump in sales. Chandra's Defeat is the ultimate mana-efficient answer to the red deck, killing everything Bahazaret. With all the haste creatures in mono red, the deck can have some pretty big attacks out of nowhere, and one of the best facilitators of these huge swings is On-Crop Crasher, neutralizing a blocker and getting in big damage all in one card. Godpharaoh's Gift fell off at the Pro Tour and hasn't really done anything since, but it's likely the card will come back when the metagame takes more of a shift to hate out mono red. In an environment like that, Godpharaoh's Gift really shines. Sure, you can call Bomat Courier a Raging Goblin, dismiss it that way, but it's probably the best Raging Goblin ever printed. Pro Tour winner Paulo Vitor Damarosa sang its praises in his tournament report this week, claiming he drew 6 cards with it at one point. Scavenger Grounds doesn't require a spell spot and can be searched up with Hour of Promise or Traverse the Uvenwald and stops graveyard strats dead in their tracks. Sign me up for that. Mirage Mirror is more for the casual gamer, but I've seen it do some pretty gnarly stuff in Limited, which usually means it's got some sort of potential in Constructed. Earthshaker Kenra, the card that mono red couldn't exist without. This card would be great even without the Eternalized keyword, but that just puts it over the edge. The Eternalized cycle of rares is very good. The Hour of Devastation Full Art Basics made a big comeback this week. All 5 landed on the top 10. Ramunap Ruins, the other card that mono red couldn't exist without. The fact that a deck with so much damage baked into its mana base alone exists totally reshapes how matchups traditionally work. Control decks can no longer stabilize at low life behind a wall of counter magic, they'll just get burned out by lands. Slower decks need a good chunk of life gain to be relevant now, and it's because of Ramunap Ruins. But the number one seller for seemingly the billionth time is Abrade. It's not necessarily mana efficient against the mono red deck, but it's a house against literally everything else, which makes it good enough for the top spot this week. That wraps things up for this week. This weekend's got some standard and modern actions, so I will see you Monday with some new super sellers. Booyah!